The city of Palm Coast. Palm Coast is located between St. Augustine and Daytona Beach, Florida. Palm Coast consists of a population of 47,000. In recent years, the city of Palm Coast has decided to have installed a large amount of these red light cameras. Whether you're a new driver or an adult, these cameras have created lots of controversy throughout our city. This public service announcement will help address some of the pros and cons of these cameras.
I think the biggest benefit these cameras provide to the community is they make citizens feel safer when they're out on the streets, knowing that the law is being enforced 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Are these cameras cost effective for the city of Palm Coast? Absolutely. They don't cost the city of Palm Coast anything. The alternative is more police coverage. More police coverage means higher taxes.
People are coming down 95. Many cars nowadays have GPS technology. That also includes where red light cameras are located. It could actually scare them from coming off of the highway and spending their dollars in our community. There are some benefits that we've seen come out of this. Crime investigation, traffic accident investigation. We can pull up those videos, sometimes they're requested by the sheriff. They review them and it helps them track criminals or decide what happened in a traffic accident. There's definitely some benefit there. However, how other communities deal with that is they have just a cylindrical camera that sticks up above the arm of the light and just watches the intersection. No red light camera fines, no fines associated with it, just a little bit of a camera to see what's going on for traffic conditions and to help in traffic accident investigation.
The cameras are owned and maintained and installed by American Traffic Solutions out of Arizona. The ATS engineers came into the city of Palm Coast and made traffic studies of the intersections in the cities, determining which ones were prime targets for red light cameras because they saw an inordinate amount of people running red lights, making illegal right turns, and in general breaking the law.
In 2010, the state got involved and they set some of the parameters for the program, which included the amount of the fine. They set it at $158. And they keep the first $83 and the camera company retains the other $75. If you don't pay the fine, it then turns into a Uniform Traffic Citation, or UTC. The cost of the UTC is $256 and a trip to court, and also if you don't pay it at all, your license will be suspended. The issue in Flagler County, or one of the issues, is that we have an 8% unemployment rate. We have a median income of approximately $48,000, and we have 15% of our population is below the poverty level. So getting a $158 ticket can be a real burden for a family. And then if you are unable to pay the ticket, you lose your license, your ability to go to work or seek a job.
Most of the money actually goes out of state, so that's not good. And maybe a percentage stays in state. But look, you're actually taking money from our people that could be, they could be spending it in our restaurants, building homes, any of our subcontractors. You're actually taking money out of our community, and I just don't feel that that's right.
My wife, whom I love very much, drives on the streets of Palm Coast every day. I feel better knowing that the red light cameras are causing people to think twice about how they drive on the streets of our city.
I mean, it's just another way to milk the public out of their money, that's all. They don't want to raise the taxes, but so they just take to a camera system. And then number two, affecting the family, you think the price of these tickets, I mean, come on, you gotta be kidding me. $150 for running a red light?
In the area I live in, they're in the busy intersections and around the schools, and it's making people being more aware of the intersection, specifically because they know there's cameras. They slow down and they pay more attention on the intersection. There's less accidents, and obviously near schools, that's critically important that people do pay attention to the speeds, abide the speed limit.
It's pretty simple. The cameras make people nervous, and nervous drivers are unpredictable drivers. We learn to drive in a certain way, a predictable way, and we have a comfort level about how the cars around us are going to react. But not everyone reacts the same to the camera program. Some of them are not aware of it, some of them are overly aware of it and drive unpredictably. With a lot of older drivers, that causes problems. That's why there's been many studies. Most of them conclude that red light camera intersections have more rear-end accidents because of the unpredictability of drivers. Now, I don't want to see anyone hurt on our roads, certainly not, but data from the Highway Safety Administration says that 0.02% of traffic fatalities occur from red light running incidents. And the amount of deaths nationwide from distracted drivers is 4 times that amount of red light running drivers. So I just don't believe that Palm Coast has an epidemic of bad drivers. I think we just need to slow down, be courteous, and pay attention to the road.
They make me nervous. When I'm driving, there's a camera on every corner practically here in Palm Coast. And when I approach a red light, I wait for the green light. Regardless of if there's cars behind me, I don't make that right turn. I wait.
There is no cost to local government. The program completely pays for itself. The additional funds collected after program costs go into our Streets Improvement Fund. But as for the community, we're sending approximately $2 million annually out of the area. That's $2 million that would most likely be spent at our local businesses. So there is a negative local economic effect. There is one real easy way to not get fined by the red light cameras. Stop for the red light. It's as simple as that. But more importantly, most of our fines come from right turn on red and just learning the proper rules, stopping at the stop bar, waiting, looking, and then proceeding when safe is the best way to not get a fine.
They have affected my family and also I'm sure other families in quite a negative way. They have put a financial burden on me and my family by the high fees that they are charging for taking right turns or running through the light.
The pros and cons of these cameras are currently being debated. Only time will tell whether these cameras are a benefit to society. But one thing is for certain, these cameras are being installed at an alarming pace throughout our country, and the best way of having these cameras taken down is to obey the laws. Be a courteous and alert driver when approaching any intersection. By doing this, these cameras will eventually go away. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed watching my PSA.